Hey, this is Uncle Colin, and I am so happy to be here with you at Vincy Picnic 2025. But let me greet you. Howdy, howdy! How are you doing? Now, for those who did not understand my greeting, when we say howdy, howdy, how are you do, in my wonderful Vincentian dialect, it means hello, how are you? Yes, simple. So, to all the kids, all the parents who are looking at me right now, I want to greet you to Vincy Picnic 2025 in the kids section. Yes. No, I want everybody to come a bit closer to me. Come on, I bite. That means I do not bite. Come closer because I am going to read one of my stories from my storybook. My book is called Island Adventure Caribbean Tales. And I have 29 stories in my book. And every country in the Caribbean I have a story in the book for them. But I was a bit biased. And because I was born in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, I have two stories from my country. One from mainland St. Vincent and one from Bequia. But today, I have the opportunity to read my story from St. Vincent. So come close, pay attention, shh, kids, no talking, and listen very attentively. The story is called The Mystery of the Mango Tree, and the setting is a tiny village in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Chapter 1. In the quiet village of Goss, nestled between rolling hills, a small river, and the sparkling black sand beach, stood an ancient mango tree. Its branches stretched wide like a green umbrella, and every year it bore the juiciest, sweetest mangoes anyone had ever tasted. Jada, an energetic 10-year-old with long, thick braids that swung when she ran, loved nothing more than picking mangoes from the tree with her younger brother Eli. Let's race to the tree, Jada called one sunny morning, while grabbing her woven basket. Eli, who was 7 and determined to keep up with his sister, sprinted after her, clutching a smaller basket of his own. When they reached the tree, Jada froze. "Where are all the mangoes?" she asked, staring at the empty branches in the mango tree. Eli frowned. "Maybe someone else got here first." Jill shook her head. "It's too early. The village always waited for the mangoes to be ripened properly." "Then who took them?" Eli asked, his voice dipping to a whisper as if the thief might be hiding nearby. Chapter 2. The Watchers in the Night. Determined to solve the mystery, Jada and Eli decided to keep watch the next night. They carried blankets and a flashlight to the tree after dinner, setting up a cozy spot beneath the wide canopy. "Do you think it's a person?" Eli whispered, clutching his flashlight tightly. "Could be. Or maybe it's a wild animal," Jada murmured, her eyes wide open. The night was filled with the hum of crickets and the soft rustle of the leaves in the trees. Hours passed, and just as Eli began to doze off, Jada nudged him. "Look! Monkeys!" Jada whispered in awe. A small troop of green monkeys were feasting on the mangoes, their nibbling fingers pulling the fruit from the branches. One cheeky monkey even tossed a mango peel at Eli, making him giggle despite himself. Chapter 3, A Plan to Share. Listen carefully. The next morning, Jada and Eli told their parents about the monkeys. Their father, who was a farmer, shook his head. Those monkeys are trouble. They'll strip the tree bare if we don't stop them. But they're hungry, Jada protested. Maybe we can share with them, maybe? She looked at him with big, beady eyes. Her father raised an eyebrow. And how do you plan to do that? Jada thought for a moment. We can build a feeding platform in another tree. If we leave the fruits for them there, maybe they'll leave our mango tree alone. Eli jumped excitedly. And we can make it fun, like a game. Yes. We'll put the fruits high up so they have to climb for it. Their father chuckled. All right, let's give it a try. And on to Chapter 4, Monkey Mischief. Over the next week, Jada, Eli, and their father built a sturdy wooden platform in a nearby guava tree. They filled it with sweet, overripe fruits, bananas, papayas, and a few juicy mangoes, and scattered some on the ground to lead the monkeys to their new spot. At first, the monkeys were wary. They watched from afar and in the shadows as Jada and Eli spread the fruits. But by the second day, the troop came closer and closer and closer, sniffing the air, and then soon after, they scrambled up the tree, chattering happily as they enjoyed their feast. Look, it's working, Eli cheered. But not all the monkeys played along. One particularly sneaky monkey, whom Jada nicknamed Rascal, kept returning to the mango tree, stealing the ripest fruits when no one is watching. So Rascal is a mischievous monkey. So let's go on to Chapter 5, A Deal with Rascal. Frustrated, Jada decided to have a word with the mischievous monkey Rascal. So one afternoon, she waited under the mango tree with a handful of ripe sweet guavas. When Rascal appeared, she held the fruits out to him. Hey, Rascal, you have more than you can eat. You don't have to steal, she said gently. The monkey cocked his head. Then he snatched the guava and scrambled back to the platform. Eli laughed. Looks like you made a deal with him. From then on, Jada and Eli made sure to fill the platform with plenty of guava on the platform, and Rascal stopped raiding the mango tree. Chapter 6, A Village Celebration. By the end of the mango season, the tree was still heavy with fruits. Jada and Eli invited the villagers to a mango picking celebration, sharing baskets of fresh fruits with everyone. The monkeys, now contented with their platform, watched from a distance, chattering happily. Yes. You know, Jada said, as she bit into a juicy mango, I think we learned something very important. What is that? Eli asks, juice dripping down his cheek. Jada smiled. There's always a way to share if we're willing to try. I will repeat that. There's always a way to share if we're willing to try. The mango tree remained a symbol of harmony in Goss, where children, monkeys, and villagers alike found joy under its shade. Jada and Eli's clever solution taught everyone that even the smallest acts of kindness can create big changes. The end. Thank you so much for listening, and everyone have an awesome day here at Fancy Picnic 2025. And always remember, there's always a way if we're willing to try.